Hey everybody, it's Rachel with Rachel Q Stitches and welcome to my channel. Today is Tuesday, March 1st, 2022, and this is FlossTube number 53. Thank you so much for stopping by. I have been very tongue-tied today, so this is like my 8th start, so y'all excuse me if I stumble over my words a little bit more than usual. Anyway, this is a channel mostly about cross stitch. Every now and then I might talk about some other stitchy goodness, but for the most part, I talk about cross stitch. Today will be no different. And so that is what we'll talk about. If you're a returner, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're a subscriber, thank you so much. And if you are new or if you return and you're not subscribed and you really like my channel, please consider subscribing. I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. Anyway, so let's get into stitching. I have 2 finishes this week, a new start, and then Wipgo updates and updates on a couple of stitch-alongs that I am involved in. So let's start with finishes. I finished my winter cross-stitch camp. If you're unsure of what winter cross-stitch camp is, that is an event put on by Colorado Cross Stitcher. This summer she had cross stitch camp, and then for February she decided to do winter cross stitch camp. And our assignment for winter cross stitch camp was during the month of February to start and finish a single color piece. And so of course most of us chose very small pieces because we're not ambitious. I'm not that ambitious. Here it is, Lace Maker's Cottage. This is by Stone Street Stitch Works, and it is a freebie on their blog. And this is it. I've had this printed out for a while wanting to stitch it, and so I finally just sat down and got it done, and I just love it. I'm trying to find a frame to put it in. I might have to do some creative fitting for my frame, but this is it right here. I used a mystery 30 count linen that was in my mom's stash that I inherited, and I used a single color of sulky floss, which I did not bring with me, so please excuse that. But that is it right there, and I love it. It's so cute. This will go on my wall that I have planned for miniature red samplers. And by miniature, they're usually all about that size. So that's it. That is my first finish. My second finish is my EM ABC Sal. If you don't know what that is a stitch along that I am hosting, and we are doing the Erica Michaels ABC blocks. They are right now free on Rainbow Gallery's website, but she will be releasing them as a single pattern with instructions on how to finish them into a book. I will be not putting mine into a book, but I may still buy her pattern. I don't know yet. I do know you can pre-order it for like $15. And so I'll try to find a link for somebody where you can pre-order it from. But anyway, so this is what I've done. I am doing all of these on 28 count linen or even weave. I started out doing them on fabric that I found in my mom's stash. So this is what I've done. This is just a piece of 28 count even weave from Michaels, I believe. It's by DMC. And I use thrift store floss or floss that I've inherited, and it never fails. I always seem to have a counting mistake. My pineapples are not even, you know, I don't care. But this is mine. Now, I do try to do the call for colors as much as possible. Now, the idea of starting these blocks were for me to learn specialty stitches. So the specialty stitch there is the Periwinkle Stitch. Not a fan. Not a fan. But it's pretty and I like it. And it's going to go in my box of EM ABC blocks. Ooh, see y'all? Blocks. And then I will put them together probably in a quilt or a wall hanging or something. So those are my 2 finishes. My husband's off of work this week. If I didn't mention it, I don't think I mentioned it. Happy Mardi Gras. It is a Mardi Gras. So my husband's off yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And so I shoot him out of the house. He had to go to Lowe's. And so I am just trying to hurry up and get this done before he gets back and starts banging around like he does when he's off, getting all those projects done. So anyway, I don't know why I'm rushing. He's gone to Lowe's. He'll be a while. Anyway, so that is why I'm stumbling over myself, because I'm trying to rush. So I will try to slow down for you guys. Okay, this should have been a finish, but I am blaming the fact that February only has 28 days. And this is the stockings out of this book, and they are the ones Kim, the Untitled Stitcher, and Merritt Crawford are doing them, and this is the one I was working on. I was going to use this as my winter cross stitch camp, and then Kim pointed out that I really need to probably do my door and window sashings and whatnot in a different color. So I did. And so this is what I've gotten done right here. So yeah, that's where I stopped last night. So I'll finish this off today. This will be my goal for today while everything is uploading and all that good stuff. And I'm going to finish this off today, and I will call it a February finish because, like I said, I was robbed 2 days. So there it is right there. I'm loving these little stockings. They're so cute. I know Alba Stitcher did all the ones. There's like a book for a month with 3 stockings each, and she did 1 out of each book for each month. And they were so cute, so precious. But I think mine are bigger. Hers were tiny. I guess these are longer or something. I don't know. But these are all done on a 32 count lamb's wool Jobelin even weave using sulky variegated. So that is it right there. That is stocking 2. My heart is home. So that is what I've done. Okay, Wipgo. February's Wipgos were Pandemic and Ironwork Gate, and I did meet my goals of stitching 4 days on each one. And so this week I worked 2 days on Ironwork Gate to finish out my 4 days. And this is what I've gotten done. Now this is, for those of you if you're new, this is a piece that I found at a creative reuse store. It was still on the scroll rods, and I took them off, made a plea. There was no pattern with it or anything, asking people what pattern it was, and within 5 minutes I got an answer of which pattern it was. So this is, let me show y'all this. This is Ironwork Gate. This is by Barbara and Cheryl, and it is from 1993. And it's so pretty. It reminds me of, well, New Orleans in the South and whatnot. So this is what I've gotten done. I worked on, now when I got it, this month I worked on this top part. This part right here was the only part done. So I worked on the rest of it. No, this part was the only part done. And then I believe, no, this black was not. This right here was done. This part of the gate was done. So the last 2 days, what I did was I worked on this lower part of the gate. All of this right here. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I picked this up, and I went to grab the colors that I would need for this section, and I had the most minuscule amount of 310 available. So anyway, so I ordered 10 skeins from Joann's and went and picked them up. And that's how I was able to get that done. But this is the bottom part of the gate. And so I need to finish it when it's called up. Hopefully when it's called again, I'll be able to finish this gate and maybe start on coming down with this column right here. But it's such a pretty stitch. It is, it's detail. I mean, look at those bricks. The lady that had it before me stitched, or the person that had them before me stitched those bricks. So anyway, so pretty. I really love it. I love that the gate's coming together. The gate, the scroll work of the gate, right? You see right there? That's all back stitching. So that'll be done last. But I'm hoping to get it done for Wipgo this year. I want to say I have it on my Wipgo chart 3 or 4 times. And so, that'll give me like 12 days of working on it. Maybe not finished, but I think, I'll get a lot done when it's called. So there it is. I love this stitch. It's so pretty. Not something I would have picked out, but it's pretty. And it works so nice. And then I have a new start. So the 25th of February would have been my parents' 55th wedding anniversary. And so I decided to start this block right here for several reasons. One, it's got blue and yellow flowers, my mom and dad's favorite colors. It's got a quilt block, and it is called Mother's Dream Quilt Block. And my mom did teach me how to quilt and stitch and all that good stuff. And it's got the word cherish, which was their song, cherished by the associations. And, or the association. I don't know. But anyway, that's it right there. And this is what I've gotten started. And this was another reason why I needed a bunch of 310. Let me see if I can. Right. It goes like this. Sorry. And this is what I've done. So this right here, this stitch right here, I was able to start. I had to order all the flosses. I had like maybe one of them. This is actually done with pearl cotton number 8. So I had that. That's some pearl cotton that I had picked up at the Creative Reuse store. So I use it. It gives it a nice texture. I like it. And then I ordered the rest of my floss from Michael's because it's on the Rakuten app. And Michael's is actually out of 310, which is so bizarre. But anyway, but this is my new start. And I think I'm going to pick this up again, most likely on my mom's birthday, which is March 19th. And work on it. I'll probably work on it for 2 days. So that is it. I like it. It's pretty. It's a small stitch. I do need to get the buttons, but I don't think I'm going to order them from the Stony Creek site because they are $2 each. And you know I'm frugal. So I'll probably go to my Creative Reuse store, see if they have them. If not, I know Hobby Lobby, I think, has their buttons half price this week. I'll go see what they have, if they have anything similar. And that's what I'll do. Okay, so Wipgo. What was called for Wipgo this month? Ironwork Gate. Yay! So I get to work on that for a few more days. So I do need to actually pull all the flosses for that to make sure I have them. So Ironwork Gate is next. And also right here, Silent Night. And I will show you this. This is a 30-year-old whip that I have. Now you will note that the last 30-year-old whip I have, I basically called it a finish. I'm going to finish up the quilt and I'm going to frame it that way. I am considering, because I'm not going to lie, y'all, these leisure arts patterns, So I'm considering just doing the Holy Family, leaving the other people out. I don't know. And calling it a finish. So I have not, this is what I'm going to be working on this month. I will let you know. I am not good with faces, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces in this chart. I don't know what I was thinking back when I was in my 20s, but now that I'm in my 50s, my eyes just can't see it anymore. Right here. So I don't know. I'm thinking about just finishing up. Hold on, I'm going to try to hold this better. Finishing up Mary and Jesus, her dress right here coming down. And right here you see Joseph's done. I kind of started this guy's hair, one of the shepherd's hair. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that out. And I'm going to bring, this is another guy's head right here. And I might just bring it and just kind of take this out right here. And then just round out this bottom part of Mary and Jesus right here where she's holding, you see where she's holding this right here? And then kind of round that out and call it done. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So that's my goal for this month. For my 4 days that I have to work on this, is to figure out a way to just, you know, bring down this and come right here and call it a finish. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't have the motivation to finish it all, but I don't necessarily want to just chunk it. You know what I'm saying? I want it done, but I don't want to necessarily do all of it. Because like I said, I don't make faces. So anyway, that is what I'm doing right there. So that is next for Wipgo, that and Ironwork Gate, which I'm excited about Ironwork Gate. And I did get a little bit of happy mail. I won a gift on Laura at Stitching by the Shore's YouTube channel. And I got it in today, and it is A Country Winter by Plum Street Samplers right here. And I already know what I'm going to do with it. So Laura, stay tuned. I'm going to get some fabric dyed for it, and then I'm going to, I think I'm going to make it a start, and I have a goal to have it finished by Christmas. I don't stitch much holiday stuff, but this is just too cute. So I will get something done with it. And she sent me a cute little card that she made. So thank you, Laura. It is so, so pretty, and I can't wait to finish it and hopefully pay it forward. Okay, so let's talk a little world business here. As many of you know, Russia invaded Ukraine, and a lot of stitchers are basically condemning Russia for their actions and supporting Ukrainian stitchers. There is a Ukrainian stitcher that Laura at Stitching by the Shore had started stitching a piece for. I did not realize they were Ukrainian, and I had a bunch of things favored. And Jan Hicks posted, I believe it was Jan that posted that she had bought something from them. And their store is called 2x2 Stitch Art. 2 to the letter number 2 by X2 Stitch Art. 2x2 Stitch Art. And so I went on there, and my husband and I drove to Houston yesterday. I'll tell you all about that later. But while we were there, I sat there, added some stuff to my cart, and clicked purchase. She was having a sale. I think it's still going. I will try to link her shop below. But just really, really felt the need to support. There's a quilter that I support that lives in Poland. And she and her husband are missionaries there, and he has traveled once a year at least into Ukraine to teach classes there. And man, the quilters just got together and raised over $14,000 in 2 days to help her provide supplies for refugees, Ukrainian refugees. So I just felt the need to just give to this person directly in the hopes that they could maybe help their friends and neighbors. So anyway, I'll show you what I got. This. Here's one. You know my love for flowers, and she's got several designs like this that are absolutely beautiful. And then I got this one. And of course this one. And this. Isn't this so pretty? And this. I really, really like this. I like the shape. It was just really, really pretty. It is done monochromatic, but I might choose some colors to do them in. Hold, please. Okay, and then these next two come together. They came together. Y'all don't need to see that. Hold up. All right. All right. This one and this one. I just thought the red tree and the sky in the background was just so pretty. I think that's it. Oh, and this one. Isn't that pretty? Again, this is something I might either do monochromatic or add some colors. I haven't decided yet. And that's it. But that is, here, let me show you. Right here. That's their name. Anyway. So that was my contribution to the Stitch Ukraine. I'm not very vocal about it on most social media. I don't know why. I wasn't very vocal about it, but anyway, this is what I've purchased. So that's it. That's all I have. That's all I've done. Oh no, wait, hold on. The new Jeanette Douglas bouquet is out March, and I will be working on that this week. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about getting that finished up. And that's it. That's all I have for you guys in stitching. And so there we are. Short video today. Like I said, I was working on finishing up my red thing for cross stitch camp and my stocking. I kind of got behind just with everything going on. And then, you know, anyhow, we thought about moving. We talked about moving. We talked about selling our house. We are still talking about selling our house. I'm going into the personal information if you're not interested, by the way. So we talked about selling our house. Right now we live in a neighborhood, and before we moved here, we lived on a 20-acre farm. I got very used to quiet and I got very used to peace, but I did not like being so far away from everything. We were about 45 minutes away from anything. 45 minutes away from internet, y'all. It was an internet desert at the time. But we thought about selling. We have 4 dogs. They are mostly my oldest son's dogs. One of them is indoors. That's Gotti. He's the one I always post pictures of. And the other 3 are outdoors. Well, 2 of them got out, and our neighbors just about had a conniption fit about the fact that our dogs had gotten loose. Now, there are dogs that always get at loose and nobody says anything, but we have pit bulls. So they didn't like my dogs. So they, you know, we had a little fracas with our neighbors. It wasn't bad. You know, we didn't lose our temper or anything, but they did. And so we just made the decision to sell our house. We figured, you know, we need to be in the country. We need to be away. We also need to be somewhere that if our children want to build a house or something like that, they can do that. They can build a house. They can, you know, whatnot. I don't know if I told y'all this last week. If I did, I'm so sorry. But anyway, so we are getting ready to list our house. Now, by getting ready to list our house, that means it's probably going to take me a good 6 months. Because if you've been here for a while, you know that I recently inherited my mom's fabulous. This is like not even half of her stash. My mom was an avid crafter. She had quilt fabric. She had needlework stuff. She had scrapbook stuff. She was a creative memories consultant. And we have tons, I'm looking at it now, tons of creative memory stuff that I need to get rid of. My mom also was a knitter. Not a knitter. Back in the 70s, she crocheted. So I have some of that. But my mom back in the 70s was a spinner and a weaver. So I have a huge floor loom in my house. I have a spinning wheel. Oh, Lord. Plus I inherited furniture. So I have a lot to downsize. And you know what? I don't want to get rid of the things that my kids grew up with in my home. And so it's just, you know, because I love the stuff that I had in my mom's home. So it's really just an emotional thing. But we want a place where if our kids need be, they can build a house or put a house or whatever on the property that we're on. And they're all for it. They all love the idea. So that's what we're going to be doing. So in preparation for this, my husband and I took a load of books to Half Price Books in Houston. If you are in the Nashville area, you know of McKay's. Let me just tell you, Half Price Books is not McKay's. I miss McKay's. We didn't get very much for our books, but I do know that the books they don't use, they donate to prisons and such. And so that made me pretty happy that they're not going to get trashed. I know that McKay's will donate a lot of their books to homeless shelters and whatnot. So, you know, anyway, so we went to Houston. We went to Half Price Books. We went and got lunch. I did not get to go to the scrapbook, I don't know why I keep saying the wrong words. Well, I did not get to go to the needlework stores, any of them in Houston. So the next time we go, we're going to go to North Houston. We went to South Houston. We're going to go to the Half Price Books in North Houston, and we're going to hit a couple of needlework stores. I asked them to do this for me. So that is what we've been doing. So I did not get much stitching done because we were going through all of my mom's books. She was also an avid reader. She loved her novels. My dad too. And so my dad gave me all his books because the thought was, you know, our son was living in Nashville at the time. We're going to drive up to Nashville and see him and bring a bunch of books. Well, he moved. He's living with us now. So we don't go see him in Nashville anymore. Although he and his fiance are going up there for her to take her nail license. She does nails. And so she can get her license up there and transfer it down here. And so I'm thinking of sending him to McKay's with a bunch of books. because they also have video games there, which, you know, he likes his video games. So anyway, so that's what I did. So I didn't get much stitching done because we have been organizing, and of course, you know, our real estate agent is like, nobody wants to see a sewing room. They want bedrooms. I'm like, you know, if they can't figure out this is a bedroom being used as a sewing room, I feel sorry for them. That's just how I feel. It's a sewing room. I'm sorry. And we sold our farm. We did have one of the bedrooms as a sewing room, and they figured out that it could be used as a bedroom, but I don't know. Do people really think that? Do people really think, oh, this is an office. This isn't a bedroom. Oh, there's a closet. So it's a bedroom. I don't know. I just find it odd that real estate agents tell you stuff like, oh, this is the dining room that needs to be set up as a dining room, not an office. Yeah, who has a formal dining room anymore? Anyway, that's just me rambling because I'm frustrated with our real estate agent and trying to figure out how to set up my house so that it works for me while it's listed. So I don't know. We'll see. But that's all I have for you guys. I'm looking around. I don't see anything I missed like I did last week. There's no pandemic on the table that I totally like glazed over last week. Y'all. Anyway, so that's all I have for you guys. I have just rambled on for about 6 minutes about my life. And but thank you for joining me with my stitching, and I will be back next week. My husband will be back in school for at least the next couple of weeks during Lent, before Easter holidays, Easter break. And so I'm hoping to get more stitching done. I'm hoping to work more on my ironwork gate and finish out this Silent Night piece and dye some fabric. I might do that today when everything's uploading. We'll see. And I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for joining me. And like I said, I'll see you next week, Lord willing. God bless.